How is it going, everyone? How are you today? Scrembo here from Emotionless Crypto Trading with another price prediction presentation on VU Network, a crypto which has been outperforming the majority. And I'd like to touch bases on that, give you the insights as price prediction for the upcoming 2 weeks that are left of 2023, aiming for a very productive discussion. We don't speak empty blind words. We don't put out predictions that have nothing close in reality, and we don't speak bullshit around the topic. So VU Network has been performing very well. It is once again amongst the biggest gainers, which is why we want to touch bases on and discuss on the topic. So for the past 1 year, we're up 187%. Obviously, not the high as you guys would expect, but something that I need to touch bases on is for the past 7 days, we're up by 56%, guys, which means that the cryptocurrency has started to move. It just started recently. We didn't start it a couple of weeks ago like other cryptos, which is part of the delayed price structure form that we are handling to. A cryptocurrency which is having a very well performing product in the market, not just about a price section, but also when you touch around the fundamentals, the crypto must offer something in order to be a sustainable increase, because the alternatives are the meme tokens. Meme tokens are just about the hype. Once the hype ends, they get listed on the exchanges that are huge, and then things are sort of away at the end of their realistic roadmap. However, VU Network is not at any level to be compared with such things, which is why I wanted to touch bases on. Before we get into the topic, we have 100 video episodes of price predictions for 2024 on my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to this one and like the video as well. Ask me questions in the comments area and put out your thoughts on the topic. Before we get into the technicals and price predictions of VU Network, I did wanted to share with you my trades. So there is one that is running. You can, by the way, join my trades in a done for you format. The trade is 35 BTCs on 25x leverage, $25,000 pure profit on this trade on Bybit. This is a quick scalping. We have been shorting Bitcoin out here and things are running quite fine. Now, if you want to be part of the trades, there is option number 1 on my trading spreadsheet. No prior fee, only commission from profits we make. So it's based on performance, and we perform the trading for you through API trading permission. Very simple. Or is there the other option where you perform the trading for yourself and we send you the signals? That has a monthly fixed fee. You can find out more on the spreadsheet, and you can reach out to me as well. All the links are in the description area and comments area right below the video, including towards the one-on-one coaching program only for serious people that are looking to become financial free during this bull market and finally have their financial situation raised to a much higher level. Now, VU Network. What's going on with this one? Let me take my brush, guys. This is what we have been through. I mean, this crypto has been out here for the last couple of months, including the last couple of years as well. Having to said that, we've been through the accumulation stage with a very interesting behavior. The breakout of the accumulation stage successfully has been completed above the golden pocket. The golden pocket, it's quite interesting that at this time is not finding itself within the accumulation stage, but most likely at the top of the accumulation stage. The golden pocket is actually the two horizontal black lines that are finding themselves a price section around 28 to 30 cents on the VU Network. The tops that have been confirmed a couple of times in a double top form, a poke upwards, a situation that trapped a lot of the people. Look what has happened after that. The markets have dipped straight into 56%, guys, which is why I'm telling you, trading is definitely not easy. It can make you tons of amounts of money, especially if you do it on futures trading, derivatives with leverage. I mean, that way someone with $10,000 in a couple of months can bring it up to $100,000, and then from 100 grand, once you have a such portfolio on derivatives, it is quite easy to take it up to $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 in a bull market scenario. And this is all happening basically from a 10 grand situation based on how students have performed and people around. So what we have here is a situation where you easily get trapped, and it's pretty nasty because it has been set up for the second time again as a major trap right there. People got into, they lost big time. They needed to trigger the sell-offs, especially right there where you actually get the best prices on the support line of the N-short volume weighted average price, that's pretty terrible. So if you got out of Woo network at that level of 15, 16, 17 cents, where we had some sell-off going on at this time, including over there, it is substantially terrible situation. What has happened afterwards was a very, very nice market movement to the top of the range, back into the golden pocket, quickly pushing, and then this reconfirmation is actually creating the pattern of a market continuation, a breakout, because you are finding yourself in a beautiful situation from the moving averages. You dig the golden cross, you have been supported by the 200 days moving average right there. You get supported by the 200 days, so you are strongly also sitting on the median line, which is this blue one right here. The thin blue line of the N-short volume weighted average price is also supporting you there. This one, a thicker blue line, which is the 200 moving average, is supporting you on the right side as well. So you got basically the whole picture portraying that you must continue upwards, which is no different than what you actually did. Now, the movement we actually completed as expected between 1.272 and 141.4, extensions on the Fibonacci, greatness around the corner. It wasn't difficult as soon as you got into the liquidity bubble number 1. But you are aiming for liquidity bubble number 2, which is on the top left corner between, I would say, 60 cents, even slightly below that. It's quite interesting that the 1.618 extension is appearing at 56, so it's a dangerous level at the end of the day. And the market's gotta face the reality as it looks like. So the, two range levels of number 2 on the extension and 1.618, so the two horizontal levels are right there. This is quite painful to deal with. This is quite embarrassing at the end of the day to perform at, and I'm definitely considering basically to sit away. Never ever underestimate the fact that the cryptos can go right there, but it's going to be hard to break through those in 2 weeks that are left of 2023. For 2024, those are pennies on the dollar to talk about. It's not going to be hard at all. I mean, but now in 2 weeks to do another 45% after things have started to move so aggressively, we already printed 91% in 3 days. So that would mean from the bottom of this movement right here, to get into the encircled area, it's basically 140%. Definitely doable, definitely feasible, but not very realistic as a market prediction from me. What I would actually look for is to be away confirmed above number 1 Fibonacci above 40 cents before the New Year's ending, and have a zigzag activity as well, if possible, in the 1.272 and 1.414. So we're actually looking for finding some support closer and closer to the 50 cents mark, which is what we have to break through first in order to talk about much higher levels. Something that I actually usually point out is to hurry up and take higher levels before you get yourself prepared is the worst things you can actually do. Due to the fact that the only reason you're taking those highs are because market makers want you to be there and take the liquidity out, including trap people into longs at those levels and trigger the market downwards, recreate liquidity for them to buy into the space at a much cheaper level, have volume there. So they use basically your orders when you exit out of your longs because you got into the tops, you exit out of your longs, you sell on the market. So they buy what you guys sell when they are dumping it afterwards. This is the logic behind it, which is why I'm saying it. It is a lot better for the market to have the movement prepared before it moves instead of just continuously moving and moving and moving, which will trigger basically a sell-off and a usual retracement that is also heavy. That's why I'm telling you, it would be pretty embarrassing to have this cryptocurrency just continue basically without any proper structure behind. The proper structure behind that has been created is designed for the movement we're dealing with right now. If you want to continue, you need to create another structure in order to be healthy. Now, of course, there is the external input always on the table, which means that if we get some milestones, partnerships, or great achievements by the team, by the project itself, then this crypto can easily go to the 50, 60 cents without being bothered. Right? So this is my perspective as well. Then the technicals and the price predictions that are referred based on pure data are no longer valid. And this is how it is. That's what the reality is. These things are valid when you don't have an external input. When you have an external input, you need to consider that as well. And that it's pretty hard to speak about in numbers blindly. You actually need to get a lot closer to the information, which is on a different time frame. So that's it where we are with this specific cryptocurrency, in a very good shape, I would say, because it broke out of certain levels which others have not even been able to retest or challenge or fight with. So Wu Network, from my perspective, is receiving a very, very positive sign and future out there for the outcome. The dollar mark, the dollar rally that people are actually fighting for, is something quite easy to be touched and get beyond that in 2024. Even though there's going to be some sell-offs, heavy waters, people need to survive if they would like to accumulate. That's it from this side, folks. Once again, if you would like to be part of my trades, option number one, no prior fee, only commission from pure profits achieved, where we are trading for you through API trading permission. Or option number two is monthly fixed fee, where you execute the signals by yourself. You can find out more on the spreadsheet, jump on board, see the other trades that I performed as well, find out more for the coaching. If you are finally interested to take this opportunity of the bull market to reach a financial freedom and success, then this is the time. Basically, I don't think we have many opportunities out there after the regulatory side is going to flip into and say, well, we no longer going to accept certain things, which will trigger less volatility, and the index is going to be around on a much lower scale. So it's time basically for you to get the proper knowledge and skills and handle the process professionally. From A to Z, you learn with me how to trade. You can find out more about me on the page, as well qualify for a free conversation with me. Check around my videos and see the quality of the knowledge. Have a good time, folks. Register now on a quick conversation, and we talk to you soon.